So MagicCon Chicago just happened this weekend, which kicked off kind of the 2025 tabletop gaming con season, I suppose. Anyway, since we're getting into it, here are some general reminders and best practices for conventions, whether it's your first time, your 15 billionth time, who cares? Here's some things to remember. Keep an eye on the times that the will call booths open for when you can pick up your badge if you're picking it up on site and not having it mailed to you. And a lot of times conventions will open up their will call booths the day before the con actually starts, or like the night before, things like that, which will save you so much time because, like, honestly, the lines get crazy first day of the con. If your con has an app, download it. You can get rid of it afterwards, but for most cons, it's so helpful to know where everything is going to be at, who all the vendors are, what their booth numbers are. PAXNav is fantastic. It's the one for all of the PAXs. It's so good. It's my favorite con app. And a lot of them will let you build your own schedule depending on what panels and events you want to go to, so you can kind of like slot them all into a calendar, export that calendar, and so on and so forth instead of doing it all manually. The obvious ones are bring comfy shoes, bring snacks, bring water. Con food gets really expensive, so I tend to save a lot of money by just bringing stuff from home. And when it comes to tabletop gaming conventions in particular, make sure you leave plenty of room in your suitcase to bring stuff home with you back afterward, because obviously card games, board games, and things like that take up a lot of space, and no matter what, you're gonna find something that you want to spend an obscene amount of money on. So make sure you can take it home with you. The other thing is be aware of how your favorite content creators like to be interacted with. Some people are okay with hugs, some people are not. Some people are cool with photos, some people prefer not to have their photo taken. You can check on their socials, especially microblogging apps, ahead of time. If you know that there's someone that you might run into at a certain con or someone that you want to see, just check to see what they're cool with. And then you can avoid all the awkwardness of like asking for a hug or a picture and not knowing if they're gonna say no or not. Like, this is just check beforehand if you can. And if we're running around and you call our names or something like that and we don't stop and say hi, chances are that we either didn't hear you or we're late to a panel. So please don't take it personally. We just have really busy schedules and we're usually like just running around for basically the entire 4 days straight of the con. Beyond that, I personally am always stoked to see you guys, so I'm excited to interact with y'all this upcoming year.